Hey everybody, you are watching a physio named Jonah in a bit of a different locale today, and of course that is this guy. Today I'm going to be taking you guys along on just a day with my dad where we're going to go skiing, have some lunch together, and then go take our dogs for a walk afterwards. My fiance Nicole, my stepmom Maureen, and my wonderful mother-in-law Karen are all down doing some pre-wedding things in Southern Ontario, so my dad and I are taking the opportunity to do some outdoorsy things today together. Credit where credit is due, the idea for this video came from my mom, Leslie, so thank you Mom for the idea. My dad has always been somebody that I looked up to when it comes to exercise, physical activity. I always had a lot of fun doing things outdoors. I know that a lot of how I feel about exercise and movement and being active comes from my parents and how I was raised. So I wanted to share that with you all, what that looks like today, maybe chat about what that looked like when I was growing up with him. So skis are just getting waxed now, and then we are going to be going cross country skiing, and I'll pick it up there with you. So see you guys soon. This is my dad, Tim.
Morning.
Dr. Blatt. We're about to hit the ski trails. Let's go have some fun.
Absolutely, let's do it.
How you feeling so far?
Feels like it's the first time out on the
pretty
trail.
tired. How'd that go?
That was awesome, man. Just absolutely fantastic.
That was really fun.
Yeah,
As you
keep it
said.
moving. Keep it moving. That's the ticket right there.
And then he said it felt a lot easier than last year we did it. It
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
was way less effort.
Yeah, for sure.
So we are back from skiing. I'm at my dad's place. Dogs are here. We are about to have some lunch together, and then get out for our dog walk here in the afternoon. I think we're gonna chat a little bit here about some activity too. Fun. We're heading out for our dog walk for the afternoon. 5 dogs in tow. Should be a lot of fun. So we just finished our walk. We had a great time, yeah, exactly. It was beautiful, lots of sunshine, snow. It was great. And now here looking back at the whole day, I just kind of want to ask you, since I grew up with activities being something that was really
Always.
important,
Yeah.
right? Something we always
Yeah.
did. And I was wondering, was that something you guys always thought about, something that you wanted to do with us, or just kind of came naturally?
Well, I mean, always thought about it just from the standpoint of, like, we were going to be doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So you were going to be coming along for the ride. You know, it really wasn't much of
Getting the little thing in the back.
That's right.
in the back
Well,
of the bike.
literally, yeah, a bike ride or whatever. When I was a kid, I mean, my parents were always active, so I just never gave it any other thought that I was going to be anything but active, and therefore when I became a parent, it never occurred to me to do anything other than just for me to continue being active, and therefore you guys were going to come along with us. So, you know, and now that you're not part of the household, I mean, my continued activity is because, well, it's just what I do, right? It becomes a part of, you know, your lifestyle and who you are, and like we were talking about it, it's really, you know, when you're doing stuff and you're moving, you're feeling good, you're feeling well. Yeah, well, for sure. And I mean, you know, with the dogs, and when we're out there, you're watching them do their thing and just enjoying them being mobile and doing their stuff is a happy feeling inside. So, I mean, you combine all these things together, and it's just a positive scenario versus not doing anything. Now, I mean, let's face it, there's always, you know, situations where you feel, well, maybe, you know, I just don't feel like going today. And I mean, that's always going to happen, right? Where you just don't want to do it for whatever reason. But by and large, I think, you know, as parents, we made you guys do stuff because
that's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were going to be doing it, so you're going to be doing it too, because we felt that it was important that we did stuff together, and this was what we did together, which was be mobile. We did activities.
Cooper.
Oh.
Cooper's got to be. He's actually looking right down the barrel almost. That's going right for the camera. That's actually something I was reflecting on, thinking about this.
Trying to get up here.
And this whole day was when, you know, as a kid looking back, there's times when you don't necessarily want to go. Like, I can think of times that I was probably quite whiny going on a hike or going skiing or doing something. It's okay, bud. And it must, you know, I think it's probably tough as a parent in that situation to still go. I mean, as you mentioned, you're something you're naturally doing, so we're coming along with it. But I can reflect from the kid's point of view, not always being the most forthcoming when it came to doing that.
Yeah.
It's always a good experience afterwards, and I look back and my view on it is so overwhelmingly positive, and it's one of the reasons that I'm as active as I am now. But in the moment, I'm sure, you know, you can get frustrated.
Yeah, well, for sure. But I mean, that's like any obstacle that you have to overcome. I mean, you look at the benefit, and if it's worth the fight, if you will, or whatever, or tolerating some discomfort, then if you believe that the outcome is going to be greater at the end, then you just go ahead and do it. But I mean, you can say that's the same for any physical thing that you undertake. Initially, it might be a little bit of a challenge, or it's going to be a change from routine, and that means you got to get up earlier, or you got to do this, or, you know, something that you don't want to be doing. All kinds of studies that suggest that people moving is positive for your health, and you don't need to have the latest Taibo or kickboxing or whatever program it is where you're just, in order to feel good about moving, you just need to be moving. And I mean, when I look at, you know, your grandparents, my parents, they're not involved with any, like, you know, organized activities. They're just always moving.
They're always doing something.
They're just always active, right? And that's what the whole key is just to do activity. It doesn't have to be a set, we're going to spend an hour in the gym. Well, great if that's what works for you, but you don't.
Yeah, if that's what you like.
Yeah, but you don't have to be doing that. Well, if I can't work out for an hour, then it's not worth going and doing it.
Yeah, if I can't do this exact amount that I feel like I have to, then it's either good and we did everything we needed to, or it's not worth it.
That's right.
It's not worth my time if I'm not doing enough of it.
And again, any study that you hear them talking about now, it says, no, that's not the way. You just need to be active every day. Do something. And of course, you get people, it's like, oh, I'm working all the time. There's lots of ways of making yourself active at work.
Yeah.
All kinds of them. I mean, people have been really creative, and maybe not in a gym or whatever, but I mean, it still counts as activity as opposed to doing nothing.
Which that sounds like kind of where it came from with Grammy and Grampy too. You're just on the farm, right?
Yes.
You're just doing things.
Yeah, we're just doing things.
You're not
That's the
going
way
to
of life.
do like bicep curls or like some kind of delt raise. It's going to like chop wood. It's just a part of what the day is, and you get involved with that.
Yeah, and I mean, as I got older, I mean, I turned all of those farm activities into
Into workouts
into
somehow.
actual exercises.
right.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to do that. Just the fact that you are moving. But what turning it into exercises did for me is it passed long hours. But I mean, getting back to when the kids didn't when you didn't want to go,
Yeah.
you play the parent. We're going.
Yeah. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, well, because we know that in the end it is beneficial for you to do that, and you will like it once you get through this little bit of pain in the beginning.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. We were skiing today, right? And I was thinking the first time we ever went skiing, I can remember cross country skiing. We rented skis, and it was me, you, Noah, and Mom, and we went, I think around Laurentian, around somewhere there. And I think we were classic skiing because I don't think we got into skating at all.
No.
And I remember thinking,
Yeah, we were up around the Idlewild golf course, and okay, right on.
I really think this is like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Like this is terrible. Why did my parents bring me here? And then flash forward just like not even 10 years, and it was something I was doing like all the time during high school and loving it. And now like 10 years later after that, and it's something we're still doing.
Yeah.
But it's that inertia of like getting started with it is.
Yep.
It can be hard.
Yeah.
It can be difficult to get it going.
Yeah. So I mean, you have to get through that initial pain and discomfort, whether it's a mental or a routine change or just your body's going to ache for a little bit when you start.
Yeah.
But you need to realize that there's a benefit beyond.
I think at least one of it, and kind of like maybe rounding it out here, is that it's something that I'm very fortunate that we get to do like together even at this point, right? Like it's a Saturday, we get to spend the whole day outside, moving, come in, have some lunch together, be social throughout it. It's such an enjoyable experience. Like it feels so good, and because it's something that I grew up doing with you, it feels really connecting to get to do that with you now.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful to get to have that.
Oh, well, it's a true blessing for me to be able to have you close enough, obviously, with society being the way it is and people going all over the place for jobs and whatnot, to have that opportunity. So again, not only are we talking about the physical benefit of being exercising, you talk about the mental benefits of doing it together and the relationship building, and it draws on nostalgia and things, and it's just it's just all kinds of things, right? It's just a positive all the way around. And I mean, if you're feeling good, then your health is going to be the best that it can be. I mean, we've all got health challenges, but I mean, if you do certain things, the vast majority of the time, your health will be the best that it can be.
In so many facets, right?
Yeah.
Physical, emotional, mental, it all comes back to a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, right on.
Well, it's been awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us for the day. Dude, it's been an active kind of Saturday. Again, there to my dad for being a part of this.
You're welcome. It was great. Just I hope he doesn't edit me out of everything.
I'll see you this week. It's a black line over here. It's just half. Love you, Dad.